Anastasia here, and in this video I will cover absolutely everything you need to know to go from just the idea of starting a print-on-demand store to making sales. So first, what is print-on-demand? You need to know that it's a low-risk way to start your own business. Imagine you want to launch a clothing brand, but you want to avoid your garage becoming a storage of unsold t-shirts. That's where the print-on-demand business model becomes really helpful. With print-on-demand, you only pay for the product after the customer places an order. You create designs, but then printing them on the products and shipping them directly to your customers is not your job. Print-on-demand companies do this for you. This model allows you to operate with minimal upfront investment. Clothing was just an example, and you should know that print-on-demand is not just limited to it. You can also create and sell mugs, posters, tote bags, phone cases, calendars, and a lot more. This side hustle is perfect for someone who wants to earn passive income without the complexities that other e-commerce business models have. You can manage everything from your laptop, and you can live anywhere and sell your products worldwide. Why I find print-on-demand just amazing is because you can potentially make millions in product sales without physically handling a single product. If you're like me and only trust numbers, the global print-on-demand market is currently valued at nearly 6 billion, and it's projected to skyrocket to 45 billion by 2031. It's also very affordable to start because your upfront investment is really low. To sell your first product, you need to find a great niche and a product with high demand. Create a design that people would love to have on that product, choose the platform to sell your product. Here I mean something like Etsy, Shopify, or other options. Find a print-on-demand platform that won't fail you, and of course, attract customers to your store. Sounds like a lot? Don't worry, I will cover all of this today. By the way, if you're new here, on this channel I share all the different ways that I tried to make money online, including print-on-demand. So if that sounds interesting, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this one. Let's talk about choosing profitable products and niches. So how do you find a winning product? This is often the first question that people ask when they're getting into print-on-demand, and for a good reason. Getting this right is crucial because it could be the difference between your store getting hundreds of sales or none at all. You might spend time making design and creating listings for products that never had a chance. You don't want that, right? So there are two things in which a winning product needs to score: profitable and popular product category, and second, desirable design. If you look at all the product categories you can choose from, it might be tempting to try them all, but they are not all equally profitable. You should focus first on one product category that has the maximum profitability potential. One of the key elements that make a great product is its evergreen nature. So if you think about greeting cards or calendars that they're great products, think twice. They're highly seasonal. Then you need to also ensure good profit margins for your products. So the product must be profitable. Otherwise, what's the point of running the business? I typically aim for a healthy 30% profit margin. For example, when I sell posters, the cost to print and ship them is about $12, depending on the size. Since these posters can easily sell for $20 or even up to $50, I can comfortably achieve that 30% margin, even after transaction fees. I always analyze successful shops to see how they're performing. If a shop is pulling in around $100,000 a month with a 30% profit margin, they're doing great, with about $30,000 a month in profit. That said, 30% is just a guideline. If you can sell large quantities of lower-cost product like a mug, you can afford a smaller margin because the volume makes up for it. For example, when I searched for mugs on Etsy, I found in the top results this mug from a top-selling mug shop on Etsy. Just this mug has almost 8,000 reviews, so the store must be a good one. I can also see that the store sells only mugs. which makes it a perfect example for our profit calculating exercise here. I looked up the store's revenue on Allura and it might generate around $17,000 a month. Assuming a 20% profit margin, they're making around $3,500 per month, which is a decent profit. When it comes to potential profit, t-shirts are a classic print-on-demand product that is hard to beat. They're an evergreen product that nearly everyone needs, and customers often buy them repeatedly. This repeat purchase potential is crucial for building a sustainable business. Secondly, t-shirts offer healthy profit margins. I can show you a standard profit margin for t-shirts on Gelato. I can sell t-shirts for $30 to $34 with a product cost of about $10 and get my profit margin up to 50%, even including shipping cost in calculation. Despite concerns about market saturation, the constant demand for new t-shirts means there's always room for more sellers. Lastly, t-shirts are an affordable item that customers can purchase on impulse without overthinking it. This makes them easier to sell compared to more expensive items like hoodies or sweatshirts, which require more thoughts. So today, let's focus on t-shirts. What's the best niche to choose? It might seem obvious, but people aren't interested in just blank t-shirts. So how do you choose the niche? When it comes to tools, I avoid honestly paid ones because they can be expensive and they don't always provide the actionable insights that are needed to identify profitable niches. Instead, I usually use methods that don't require paid tools at all. For brainstorming niche ideas, I often rely on just ChatGPT or simple Google searches, focusing on hobbies, professions, and sports, because all these areas tend to drive passionate purchases. Once I have a list of niche ideas, I assess the competition by searching on platforms like Etsy. This platform is way better than Amazon, for example, for research, because it provides public sales data. To start the research, simply search for the product category you're interested in, say for example in candles. By browsing the results, you can easily spot top-performing shops with thousands of reviews. Typically, a shop receives 1 review for every 10 sales, so reviews are a reliable metric for evaluating success. Once you find a shop with a high review count that sells the type of product that you're considering, then click through their page. And ideally, their shop should be focused on that product type only. Scroll down to the reviews section to see what items people are actually purchasing and leaving their feedback on. This can help you see which products are the most popular in their shop. I usually use Allura Chrome extension to get even more sales details about each specific product. By following this process, you will generate a list of design ideas. Remember, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Simple designs often work the best. The goal is to find niches with a manageable level of competition and simple design trends, which are easier to create and sell, especially for beginners. I also want to remind you about the word evergreen. Evergreen designs can sell all year round. You don't want a business that brings you sales only for a month per year, do you? The key to success in this business is to keep uploading designs, even if sales are slow at first. It can take up to 2 months for a design to gain traction, so consistency and persistence are vital. Important word of warning here. It can be tempting to use popular themes, personalities, and brand names, but that strategy can quickly get your store in trouble. If you're selling on Etsy, they can block your account, and even if you have your own website where you sell these items, if you use trademarked themes in your product designs, your store can get sued for more money than you will ever make in your life. With that out of the way, to choose the niche, look for shops with lots of reviews which indicate success. Click on a shop that seems to be doing well, go to their homepage and filter reviews by most recent to see what's currently selling. Spend some time browsing and take screenshots of designs that are doing well. You might think a particular sub-niche is still small, but even simple designs can generate significant sales. For example, a t-shirt with 130 reviews might have sold around 1,300 units, potentially earning the seller $13,000 in profit from that one design alone. Now, how to create these designs? This step can be a major roadblock for many people. But it shouldn't be really. In our days, there are so many online tools, very intuitive and easy to use, even for someone like me who is not a graphic designer. First, you can use a tool like Canva that even has a free version. For example, I've got a list of funny quotes from ChatGPT. I will pick one, then borrow design elements like fonts and layouts from other successful products, and it's simple to mock this up in Canva, and since Canva is free, it's a big plus. Once you're happy with the design, you can download the image without a background. I also tried Kittle, and it's a great option specifically for print-on-demand stores. You can start with lots of pre-made templates and do whatever changes you would like, and even place your designs on mockups right here as well. Both Canva and Kittle also have some AI features included. And of course, you can also use more advanced AI tools to design for you. I've been using this method a lot lately, and I can recommend Leonardo AI or FreePic for generating designs. The last one is super fast and very affordable. Once you have a design you like, you can upscale it for better resolution and remove the background with a tool like Krea. And it also has a free plan, by the way. Now that you have your designs, you need to decide which print-on-demand platform to use. So choosing the right print-on-demand or POD site is crucial because it's where you will order your products, have them printed, and get them shipped to your customers. So picking the wrong provider can lead to lost shipments, poor customer service, and a lot of other headaches. The good news is that most POD sites only charge you once you have made a sale, so you don't need any upfront money. I recently tested the Gelato platform and was genuinely enjoying using it. It has a very intuitive interface, so as a beginner you won't feel lost even using it for the first time. Gelato is free to use with no upfront charges, which is why I like them, and they offer a wide range of products and cool tools, including the ability to create customizable print-on-demand items. The platform also offers a personalization studio, allowing customers to add personal touches to products such as names or dates. This is a unique feature of Gelato. Now let's talk about pricing and quality of products on Gelato. Gelato offers competitive pricing, especially for t-shirts, where it has the most affordable options compared to their main competitors. The product and print quality are also excellent, meeting high standards consistently, which is very important because one bad review on the store can ruin your efforts. Gelato also fulfills orders in 32 different countries, ensuring faster shipping times and reducing costs. If you're interested in using Gelato and want to get 50% off your first order, you can sign up with my link gelato.com/Anastasia. I do get an affiliate commission from this, which does help me and my team make better videos, so if you use it, thanks for supporting my channel. Okay, moving on to creating your first product. Once your account is set up, you will be directed to the Gelato dashboard. And let me show you how easy it is to get started with Gelato. First, go to the menu on the left-hand side and select Product Catalog. Then choose Men's Clothing. We will stick to t-shirts in this video, so I will choose this heavyweight unisex crew neck t-shirt. Gelato maintains a high standard of quality, and this lower price helps protect your profit margins. Your design can be anything from a branded logo to a humorous quote or something that taps into current trends. For more complex designs, Canva is a great option, but you can also create your designs directly in Gelato. In Gelato, you can choose between embroidery or direct-to-garment printing, depending on your design. But for this design, I'm going with direct-to-garment printing because embroidery is cool and it adds a premium feel, but it's almost double the price. So I would reserve that for designing something that really benefits from this embroidery. If you do opt for embroidery, I recommend you to really highlight it when you're promoting your product to enhance that perceived value of the product. I will start with a white t-shirt in size large, but I will also create versions in 7 colors and all sizes. It's as simple as dragging and dropping the design that we made earlier into the center box. You can also add designs to the back, neck and sleeves, but for this one I'm keeping it simple with just a front design. With everything set, you're ready to publish your product and start selling, but you might ask me, where should you sell your products? With all your products ready to go on Gelato, the next step is finding the best platform to sell them. As a beginner, you've likely heard of several options, but the most beginner-friendly and the easiest way to start is opening a completely free shop on Etsy. Selling on Etsy is easier for beginners because the customers are already on that platform. With over 96 million active buyers, Etsy generates more than enough organic traffic to help you grow a 6- or 7-figure business. For someone just starting out, Etsy is the perfect platform to figure things out. Once you're comfortable and have a steady income, you can consider scaling to Shopify. I think for beginners, starting on Etsy is often the better option because the platform already has an established customer base, which means you can focus on refining your products rather than worrying about marketing. Once you have found successful products, you can expand to Shopify, where you have greater control and can build a more distinctive brand. Think of Etsy as a testing ground. By posting numerous listings and seeing which ones perform better, you can identify your winning products before investing in a Shopify store and maybe in paid advertising. This way, you can pinpoint whether any issues with sales on Shopify are due to your marketing efforts rather than the products themselves. Now, Shopify allows you to create your own online store, giving you full control over your branding and customer data. This is a significant advantage because collecting customer emails through Shopify enables you to build a direct relationship with buyers, which is invaluable for marketing. Unlike Etsy, where your products are displayed alongside your competitors, a Shopify store lets you showcase your products without direct competition on the same page. Luckily, Gelato seamlessly integrates with both Etsy and Shopify, as well as with other platforms, allowing you to connect your shop and publish all your products ready to sell with ease. It also integrates with other platforms if you happen to already use them, including WooCommerce, Squarespace, and Wix. With that being said, I do think Etsy is the best way to get started for a beginner, but how do you stand out on this platform with a new store? Even as a beginner, you can use certain strategies to get noticed on Etsy and boost your sales. One of the first things you should do is create eye-catching mockups. Shoppers want to see what your product will look like in real life, and mockups are an effective way to showcase this without needing to order and photograph every variation of your product. You can find lots of mockups in Canva or use Placeit mockup tool. I tried both and I found that Placeit wins so far only in one thing. It has video mockups and they work great. But in Gelato, you will also find a built-in mockup studio, which makes this process quick and easy. You will, however, need to upgrade to the first paid plan for this, but it's not the only benefit of their paid plan. It also gives you up to 10% discount on products, which drives your profit margin higher, so keep that in mind. The second thing that will help you stand out on Etsy is thorough keyword research. Since Etsy works as a search engine, using the right keywords is crucial. The more accurately you describe your product, the better it will perform in search results. To do this, we need to use effective SEO, search engine optimization keywords in your listings. Start by searching for the type of product that you're selling, paired with the design idea that you want to rank for. Look at the top listings in the search results because they have the most effective SEO keywords. Open one of those top listings and examine the keywords that they have used in their title section and in the tags at the bottom of the page. These tags are shown as small bubbles. Be sure to use relevant keywords that directly relate to your product to attract the right customers. For example, if you're selling a t-shirt, look at similar listings and note the keywords that they use. Then incorporate this into your tags and titles. I also use Allura to look up tags on the best performing listings of competitors, and I like that I can just copy them with one click, all the tags, and use them in my listings. The next thing that will help you stand out is if you create a unique shop design. So to stand out and build trust with potential buyers, your shop should have a premium design and feel. This involves everything from your shop's name and logo to the overall aesthetic of your listings. What does a trustworthy shop look like? Here is an example. First, take note of the logo in the corner. It's clean and simple, nothing too elaborate, but it effectively communicates the brand's identity. You can create a similar logo using AI or a template from Canva. This particular one was made using Canva. Next, look at the shop's banner at the top. It displays basic information about the shop while reinforcing the brand's vibe: premium, modern, and custom. The banner's purpose is to convey quality and trust, setting the tone for the entire shop. In contrast, many beginner shops tend to be disorganized, selling products that don't make sense together and lacking a cohesive brand image. The mockups might look rushed and the designs appear sloppy, which undermines their users' trust. The next question you might be asking me: should you run ads? If you decide to follow my advice and start an Etsy store, you might consider running their low-budget $1 per day ads to boost your visibility. But remember, Etsy ads will only be as effective as the product itself. They still rely heavily on SEO that you've embedded in your listings. The truth is, you can achieve nearly the same results by relying solely on organic traffic, though it may take a bit longer for your products to rank in search results. Personally, I find that sharing your products on other organic platforms works better and gives your listings more visibility than Etsy ads. I'm a huge fan of using Pinterest to drive traffic and sales to your Etsy store, or even if you have a Shopify store, it's also a great way to share your products on an additional search engine. If you want to learn how to get free traffic from Pinterest, check out my on-demand class. You'll find a link to it in the description below. I think the best strategy that works at the moment for selling products is creating short-form content. This is a smart move because it can be shared across multiple platforms, including Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts, making it an excellent way to showcase your products. I recommend ordering a few product samples first, and this way you can do both, ensure that the quality of what you're selling is high, and also feature them in your content. When you create several short videos, you can track their organic performance. Once you have a winning video, you can certainly invest some of your ad budget and promote it additionally with paid ads. And we also need to talk about these beginner mistakes that you should avoid in print on demand. So here are some of the typical mistakes that get people stuck and don't allow beginners to succeed in print on demand. Market saturation myth first. People are often afraid that the market is too saturated. But if you focus on unique or high demand products, this can set you apart. For instance, the shop Antique White Art ignored the crowded market and achieved substantial success by consistently posting and optimizing their listings. Persistence pays off, because people often expect too much success, too fast, and with no effort at all. Success in print on demand often requires patience and persistence. Most of the shops experience slow initial sales, but they see significant growth over time by consistently adding new listings and optimizing existing ones. The journey to a successful online business is a marathon, not a sprint. Successful shops invest considerable time into growing their product offerings and refining their strategies. The next thing you should know is focus on one product category. Mastering one product category first, before expanding to everything from mugs to pillows and tote bags, can significantly enhance your shop's profitability. When you specialize in a certain product, you don't spread thin, you optimize your listings for the best performance, and you learn and create marketing strategies that work best for that product, which leads you to better results. Now, if you found this video helpful, start your print-on-demand store today using the first link in the description below. Hit like, subscribe, and I linked for you my best videos that will help you grow on Etsy up there. I'll see you in the next one.